Pisces, happy full moon in Leo. There is definitely a lot of fire today. The energies are high when it comes to maybe harsh words, aggression, especially when it comes to relationships. Here today, there's Venus and Mars in aspect that is favorable for a lot of heat, but the heat, as you know, can be positive, but it can also be negative, right? So there's always the two extremes that need to be looked at, the same coin with the two faces, right? So when it comes to sensitivity, your emotions at this time, they could be, you could feel very vulnerable, and there's just a need to stay conscious of what you say and also what you receive. So for example, if someone has harsh words for you, someone in a relationship or in general, just know to take a space, a moment, a breath, 1, 2, 3 breaths before you speak, before you react or you emotionally feel attacked, because that could definitely be coming up in the picture. And as well, Pisces, just know that the effect of the moon is always 2-3 days before and 2-3 days after. So this is going to be relevant until this weekend. And also this Friday, the 18th, that we're getting into our season, Pisces. And that's, I think you can feel already that clarity is coming, that there's more power, more strength, and that we are elevating from our own emotions, heaviness of roller coaster kind of living and feeling and being. And it's been harsh this beginning of the year 2022, because we've had this Venus retrograde with Mercury retrograde, a lot when it comes to relationships. And I really feel that the reason why this is happening is because 2022 is number 6 in numerology, and we are all elevating to a mission and maybe coming into union with other people, a specific person or communities as well, that are going to be part long term of a certain service that we have to give to the world. And so there has been a lot to stabilize when it comes to the relationships and our own emotions, so we can actually be ready to open our hearts bigger, so we can actually not be limited by our own problems and ego issues, so we can actually open up and not be triggered when we get into the world and we're serving people. There's more people around, and that's going to be coming up, Pisces, in the next few months, where you're going to be confronted with more noise, yeah, because that's the true spiritual work, is not to really escape and being just in your silence as a hermit. It's good for a time, and I was like this for 7 years, but there's also this balance to be found where then you enter this silence within for always. It's still, you stabilize in this. And so once this heart has opened beyond yourself and you are no longer limited by you are able to actually then get into the noise, get into the drama, get into the reality of the world and what it is. And so you can actually, from within the world, help and shine your light. And that's harder. It's hard. We're not escaping in a cave. We are, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's some people that actually work from that, from just being a monk or nun and just living from the vibration of the light and sending that to the cosmos, to the universe, and they work with more subtle energies, and they just don't work directly with humans. So that's not at all a judgment. But when you are a star seed and there is a mission that you have to do within the world, that can come harder because you have to be doing the nitty-gritty work, right? And that starts with you. So the sensitivity, right? Have to be careful with that. Now, if you visualize, if you're always within yourself, within your own light, within your own relaxation, you feel your body, your jaw, your, if there is a sense of headache or contraction or heaviness, you can feel it and release it on the spot. This visualization allows you to actually live in this monastery within, in this silence within, and be in the noise and in the world and in the drama, and not be triggered by it, not react to it. So you are simultaneously in two worlds at the same time. At this time, there's also a sense of your third eye opening. It's coming up strongly here. You have Star Seer, and as well, this sense of in your dreams, or it could be vivid dreaming during the day, it could be dreams during the night, visions, insights. And here we have the visits of Angelita, who is here working with us. Here we go, she's here. She's pure light and joy and likes working with us. But she's still learning. Okay, and so the Star Seer here, you see the ladder going up to the light, and the star seed elemental came through before. And that's beautiful. Some of you actually connecting, maybe you need to co-create and communicate with other beings, star beings, Arcturian, Sirius, Orion. There's just so many. The Pleiadians, they're specific channelers of specific beings, and spirits. But as you're doing that, you need to also protect yourself and reclaim your energy. And you have here, reclaim your energy here. And because you cannot do this work if you're not authentically within your own. As well, we're asked to have gracious receptivity and ground and center. So also to go higher, to go up, 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 simultaneously we need to be rooted in the ground. It's like the tree, the soul tree. You have the roots that are really deeply rooted, and the leaves always reaching higher, higher, and higher. So here, as you're reaching, you are being a receptacle. To be that receptacle of higher energy, you also need, your body needs to be nourished. You need to be settled, grounded here. It's really, really crucial. And so see, you can definitely feel this fire energy. She's playing right here. Say hello to Pisces, your first video. Yeah. But gracious receptivity is also this gratitude that we might find in rituals, and sometimes just bowing down. It's not really religious or anything, but there's a sense of bowing down and maybe having your hands up, in prayer and oration. That can help you in the morning, at any time of the day when you feel completely lost, or you feel you're crumbling, because we're still healing, even though I really feel we're at the end of that, because we have found, the click, the switch to see things differently, the hangman energy that is coming up here. But this is just a reminder of sometimes this ritual of actually the body bowing, or just letting it, giving it all to this higher force, can really help you communicate. This humility will clear the channel for this communication, this higher vibration, because those beings have a higher frequency. So you need to be aligned within yourself from the roots, like we just saw, so you can actually have this communication. And because you're definitely, there's a harmonic flight taking place, and we are seeing here, this is really a twin flame depiction for me. We have the water and the fire as well, the emotion and the spirit. And you know, those two, the feeling, the intuition, and the fire, is what we need to burst out. And that's the creativity of Leo today, the fire. It's also, you know, the water to me is Pisces, and it's really this transcendence. So this transcendental fire that rises as this cat is getting crazy here. But this is, you know, two beings that are on the same page, that are spiritual in nature, and that have this mission, that are starting to fly and find this balance within all those emotions that are real from the world, but are actually now rising and getting onto the path. Now here, the present, gift, treasure, revelation of own value, nowness. Only in the present is the key, right? When you stop expecting anything or thinking of what is going to be the next moment, or what am I going to do today, or you know, how is this relationship going to end or last or be, you know, all of those things. Once you just surrender to, okay, to this life, this moment of life, the spark of life that is right here, that's the key. And if there is an expectations, they need to be positive. You know, the clarity will come from that. The saying yes, you know, there's this movie, Yes Men, I think, with Jim Carrey, and this, you know, just this ritual again of just saying yes to everything. For one day, you know, seeing the patterns of your mind, the patterns of your speech, really important, what you hear on the radio, all that comes into play into your being. But so there's this thing of, if you can say yes, when you say yes, that there is actually, you can physically feel an openness in your body. When you say no, there is a contraction, a closing. And so that closing is all of this auto-sabotage from the past, remember? Poverty consciousness. We also have here insecurity, manipulation of the mind, all of that. But if you let go of that in the moment, in the ritual, and your devotion to more than yourself, through prayer, to ritual, sacred rituals like we just talked about, it could be anything, but you will feel it. It's a presence that you truly, you cannot define what it is, but when you completely relax, you can actually feel this, a force that is bigger than you, and you will intuitively feel from the heart, true heart vibration, you will intuitively feel a need to bow. And that's a beautiful moment, because in that bowing, in that humility, there is a complete, there is an unconditional love that takes place, because you feel completely safe, because you feel you disappear, and it takes over. This it that we don't know what it is, but this it that we feel takes over, and everything is easier from there, right? Now let's get into your Tower Pisces. But definitely with the North Node in Taurus now, and the Scorpio South Node. Scorpio South Node is dealing, and this is going to be for a year and a half, so this is going to be the recurrent theme here. But the recurrent theme is going to be, Scorpio is diving deep into secrets, into manipulation, into sex, you know, into all of those emotional addictions, codependencies. Scorpio is very deep when it comes to the subconscious. It's a shamanic ceremony, going deeper, unraveling the fears, all of that stuff that we've been talking about the last month, really. This year needs to give away to Taurus, which has this tranquility of living, the simplicity, this connected to the earth, to what is real, natural, what is simple, more simple, as well. You know, the ruler of Taurus is Venus, so there too we have this relationship theme, but definitely there's a sense of also abundance, money, material manifestation. How are we going to manifest that as well this year? So it's all of this more practical, you know, earth sign energy that we need to go towards, this groundedness, where all the emotions of Scorpio that can be a lot. You know, it also goes with the problems of jealousy in relationships or possessiveness. All of that is on the table, really. So just know that it's collective, it's not just you, and that we are meant at this time astrologically to deal with that. The celestial sky wants us to learn the lesson. We are all learning. And so getting out of that mud, right? And rising into a more practical, more sane approach to everything, tranquil and trust and serenity, right? And mission oriented. Now, you got the Emperor, the Hangman, and the Sun in the 3 major arcanas today. So the Emperor is beautiful. The Emperor is the top of its game. It's the boss energy. It knows what it wants. It has strategies. It's secure, patient. It's not in a rush, or a lot of confidence, and it just knows how to deal with everything. There's a lot of clarity there that comes. Now, I think the clarity has come because you have found this power within you, because now you're seeing with the Hangman this other perspective of your life, or whatever situation was difficult for you before emotionally, right? Or still is, but you're really starting to see life in a different perspective, more light, more illumination. And again, it's this coin that we need to see on the other side, right? The other perspective. At every single moment, there's 2 perspectives, positive, negative. You choose. You are responsible for that choice. And so that is what you create the next moment, because in this very moment, you create the next moment. Without thinking about the next moment, you're just the light and the heart and the trust and the faith in this moment. And that helps you shift your life completely at a very deep level. Because look, you have the Sun. That's the Leo energy of today. It's the happiest card of the deck of the tarot. Major arcana. Huge. This is all blessings coming your way. It's this light, this warmth. If you focus on that, if you know that you are the Sun, that the Sun, your solar plexus, is your 3rd chakra, it's confidence, self-confidence in yourself. It's feeling home. It's knowing that everything will be all right, and no longer being in the poverty consciousness, the self-sabotage, negative everything. So when you feel it switch a little bit, remember, it's Scorpio. No, I'm coming back, and I'm going to Taurus. Tranquil, meditation, connectedness, because it's right here in my energy. I have the power. This is light in those 2 cards, and you have the Emperor with the power. Number 4, foundations. And we're getting into our season, Pisces. This is gorgeous. Okay? So don't back off from this new perspective. Let go of the past. Let it all crumble. We haven't had in the pre-shuffle a lot of the Tower coming in. Now you can let that go and just move on. That's it. I'm just a light. I don't have insecurity. I'm no longer in my ego. I'm not going to drown my emotions. I'm going to trust my innocence. I'm going to trust the universe. And I'm going to choose joy. I'm going to choose happiness. And that's it. And this vibration within you will attract that in your life if it's not already here. An existing relationship can be transformed only through your own vibration. It's not because you're focused on the relationship. It's because you are in that light and you don't move from it. Yeah. Okay. And all that you found in the hermit mode, right? The hermit within, that is getting so strong that now is going to be able to get into the world because it's only here. Pisces, please. Para Pisces. The Chariot, of course. This is Major Arcana, this is Cancer energy, this is feeling home, but this is you taking the reign of your life. This is having found the balance between the white and the black horse that are not depicted here, but that are in the regular tarot deck. And this is you charging forward. There's no other choice right now. You have clarity, you're going for it. And here we have pyramids depicted in kind of a labyrinth and like light frequencies that are attached to each other. And his chariot is being led by palominas, by white birds to the sky. This is where you're going. And you're going very high, Pisces. Five of Pentacles and Seven of Swords in reverse. So Five of Pentacles, feeling left out, right? Feeling left out in the cold, feeling that you don't belong anywhere, all of that stuff, feeling cold. Seven of Swords in reverse. So all the shady stuff, you escaping this issue of feeling left out in the cold, and this problem that you've had, this loneliness. Why in relationships? Why are you feeling this way within relationships, or relationships don't work, or you are not able to be in relationships or commit, or all of this problem, or you are in different kind of relationships that are, you know, free and with more people and all that stuff. No judgments for nothing, right? It's just the choice of every single person that needs to go through their experiences. But here, you getting away from that perspective and that feeling of feeling left out in the cold. You no longer, you have been looking at that. And because you've been shedding the light on it, you are seeing the truth. Queen of Swords. You are not afraid to looking at the truth. Let's see. More for Pisces, please. Ace of Wands, Pisces. And that is pushing you towards this new passionate beginning. This could be very sexual as well. We had this theme of sensuality, sex, and this is also, like we just talked about, Scorpio, right? So dealing with sexual energies, creative energies, how are we finding balance within that? Not against or for it, beyond a point, but definitely the addiction of it, or all of that pleasure. Finding the truth within everything, authenticity within everything. But here the Ace of Wands is definitely a passionate new beginning. It's the universe talking. Oops, and we have the cat here, and we can't stop the video right in the bush. Ace of Wands, it's living your life from what you love and who you love, and it's the fire, the full moon in Leo today. It's just magical and going for it, not letting go. And we have a Two of Cups behind, so this could definitely have to do with a relationship as well, and with the twin flame that we were seeing before, the harmonic flight here that is in your energy. But this is because you're no longer in this mode of thinking, I'm always alone, I left it out in the cold, you know, all of this negative thought when it comes to relationship. Now, letting go of that self, being deceitful with yourself. This was the Seven of Swords. This idea that you can't have that, or you can't be or live that. Completely letting go of those patterns, Pisces. Because you deserve love. Pisces, please. Justice, exactly. So this is finding equilibrium in your life. It's Libra energy, relationship energy as well. And we have the Fool underneath. So this is a new beginning, completely new beginning. You are heading towards that, Pisces. Justice could be also legal matters or having to deal with paperwork, all that stuff. But this is truly finding the balance in your life, within yourself, and then within your life, within your spiritual practice and the material world, within solitude and being in a relationship. Finding the space within and also living out. This is also justice. We saw it a lot yesterday in the last reading, which had to do with finding the neutral point, right? The higher energy of Libra is to see the two sides of the situation, like we had the Hangman, and not being caught up in only one side of the coin, seeing the two coins, right? And balancing everything out. If there's a lot of fire, like we just talked about today, balancing that out, finding the space to breathe, finding the air. There's three cards here: the Wheel, Four of Pentacles, and the Hermit. I won't take them, but this is very interesting. Not holding on to the past, right? The Four of Pentacles. But the wheel has turned because you have gone within. More for Pisces, please. The Ace of Wands is reminding me a lot of Kundalini as well right now, with the serpent going up, up, up. Your energies aligning. Calling to that card here, alignment with two dolphins, which have to do with joy, complete joy here. The cat. Ten of Pentacles coming through. Working now, working. Yeah. Pisces. Temperance, moderation, that's for today. And that's in general, Pisces. Always needing to speak your truth. The Ace of Swords, if there's a lack of clarity or anything like that, if within you feel a bit confused, always come back to tempering emotions, tempering in a relationship if there's not enough space, maybe speaking that. But always, if you're not balanced, how we saw before, if you're not balanced, your energies are not balanced within yourself, you cannot fly higher. So this is the key here, finding the moderation, the even give and take as well. Having justice and temperance both in the same reading are really, really important. Focus on the balance within you. Energetic balance. And that will allow the fire to rise intensely. The Chariot, the focus. But only from that calmness, that blue energy, can this fire come through. If not, it can be the opposite. It can actually destroy you, right? The fire can destroy you. Pisces. Six of Pentacles, we just talked about the even give and take here. Yeah, Eight of Cups. You're definitely moving away from something, from another way of living, of being, of thinking, maybe people, situation. We saw that a lot yesterday with the fairies. But here, strength, exactly. Harnessing your strength into really demanding even give and take in a relationship, because often we still have this tendency, Pisces, of over compromising. No, we need to be in our center, in our equilibrium with those two cards, Major Arcana's Justice and Temperance. And as we let that happen, this balance, we find the strength, the center. And once we are in the center, only balanced relationship, only balanced life, only evenness happens, only respect happens. Very important reminder here. Yeah, we have a Six of Cups energy and the Sun again coming through with the Magician. So definitely manifesting your dream, Pisces, here. Manifesting your best life. Six of Cups is because you've done the shamanic work, you've gone deep. And if there is a soulmate energy here that is being felt again with the Six of Cups, the sixth energy is about nurturing and balance. Balance, balance, balance. And you going towards what is meaningful in your life and nothing else. Last advice for Pisces. Throat chakra is important here. You really need to speak your truth, Pisces. Especially if it's a heated, intense relationship, you need to really find that space, that equilibrium, that center within, so you can actually speak you, right? Really important that you take the reign, the control. You and the Emperor. Okay? Six of Wands to finish. What else? Victory, reward, success, everything. Triumph for everything for your life. Amazing. Being seen, being in the center of attention, not in an egoic way, but again, yeah, be prepared, Pisces. You need to be very balanced internally to be in your power so you can actually help the people, right? Page of Pentacles, new beginning. Beautiful. All right, Pisces, I hope this was helpful. I love you. Please do take care of yourself. See you tomorrow.